story's supposed to
really go.
Yeah.
There.
That's where people would get up and walk out. They'd be so pissed. Yeah. You went and saw that twice in one day when that first came out,
I
didn't you?
did. Stood in line for like 6 friggin' hours.
Yeah.
Do you think that really occurs though? You know, in real life, you walk into one of those high-spirited dojos or coons, and they whoop the shit out of you.
Not without police getting involved.
Really?
No, it was crap that happened back in
You
the
don't think there's like a
70s.
special
You know,
set
it
of
was
rules
it
that
was
if you
a
go into a dojo.
it was a whole
challenge,
different
you
thing
get
back in
your
the
ass.
70s than it is now. Now
Would
it's a litigious society.
Would you
Right.
also say that it was sort of a reflection of, like it was people imitating entertainment?
Well, yeah, of course it was.
Yeah. So it was not something that necessarily sprung up naturally.
Right.
Yeah.
It's sort of like when MTV first started getting started, then like you'd see it's like MTV would do something and then people would do it back to MTV. They'd start mimicking it. Yeah.
Breakdancing started, you know, as in a movie.
Right.
And it really broke out.
Yeah.
And people started doing that stuff.
Mhm. Yeah. I not even in China though. I believe if you go over to China or Japan and you do something dishonorable like that to somebody
You
with
watch too many movies.
Not Japan.
not Japan.
They're so polite, especially to a foreigner, because they assume that you just don't know. You would have to look Japanese and like be really insensitive on purpose in order for them to actually get mad at you. Generally.
You watch too many movies.
It's harder to be mad at somebody who you believe is being ignorant.
Gotcha. So there was never a time, Seafood?
I don't know. I've never
for 50 years.
never been in China. So
It's a funny thing. The whole idea of like the samurai kind of being in the Wild West and running around and hacking people up who made them mad and stuff. It's like that never happened.
Got it.
There was actual law on the books that said if a samurai drew his sword for no reason, you death penalty.
He shamed himself.
No, they kill you. It's like you're capital punishment for that. So like there came a phrase where it said, if you draw your sword, prepare to die, because that it's either you are in a life or death situation where you are about to die and that's why you're drawing your sword, or if you're drawing your sword for no reason,
You
will
will be in
die.
a life death situation.
You know, you will die because it's a death penalty for that.
Damn.
So yeah, they had to, and I think there was even like that you had to have a witness, especially if it was in public like that. So you would have to say, it's like, you saw why I did that, right? And there would be a kind of a sort of like when a policeman fires their weapon, they have to file paperwork. Say why. All right, cow.
And Tyra, have you had a chance to go through any of the new stuff?
No.
Okay.
All right, and chow toast. And upward dog. What?
I can't repeat it.
Oh, text it to me.
Something horrible happened to Yolanda this morning.
Oh,
okay. But it's funny.
Yeah, I think it is.
Wow.
She split her bloomers.
What?
She split her bloomers.
Oh.
That's not nice.
That's bad.
She's at fair.
Oh, at fair. Oh no. That's even worse.
Her bloomers.
Yeah.
She doesn't wear bloomers, in her normal life. She doesn't.
Well, but sometimes people are using slang. Does she have someone there who can visit them?
Not while she's wearing them.
Yeah.
Right. Hilarious.
She needs to keep her skirts down now.
More awkward things have happened.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah, she wears even, traditional Renaissance underwear.
Mhm.
Cause she likes to show them off, cause they're lacy.
Yeah.
All right, let's go through the stuff that's on the wall, the core block encounters.
Here's evidence. Okay. So, who would you?
Para.
Oh,
There's a
Yeah.
bunch of it.
So
On
make sure that's in
It's not, we haven't,
high ranks.
one side.
So let's see, high ranks over here on that side of the room, and there will be a split there probably. So even though you're an advanced student, you're technically lower than Andrew, so you'll be on the side. So let's see. Yeah, that works. All right. So I think for
triangle?
What?
Do you make a triangle with three?
no, I will just watch.
You're just gonna watch?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so the first what you guys need to work on since he's brand new, not freestyling it so much, just work on all basically.
Trey, why don't
Yes.
you take Mr. Shields?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Ready to
Yep.
basic.
Well, yeah. So it's just what we were doing before is instead of throwing random attacks, basically throwing the same one each time, so that you get to practice one of the variations a few times and then just going across.
Okay.
Essentially, yeah. And then everybody else is where we can freestyle it a little bit more since you
Okay.
guys already know the moves.
Yep.
So for you, what is new is now number one is taunt and hit something. And so it could be, so you throw a big hook punch, it could be this taunt and hit something, but it could be punch here from anything. It
So
can
I'm
be
a
a
straight
kick,
punch.
and or here, or again, it could be the same, but I have to duck to the inside, and it's also goes with punch with the other hand, and it's punch, or straight punch. Okay,
All the way around, outside,
right.
the same technique.
Learn that kind of fun is one since you is to just kind of freestyle. He's going to just throw random, and then you respond with a ton and hit something. Okay, so same thing for you guys, and you guys do what you're doing.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, go ahead.
So, you've seen our.
Structured attack,
The first one. You're right, okay.
and what'll help as well start with neutral. Because what can happen is
Now,
sometimes
Shiraz.
like you could step forward and hit with this side.
Disengage each
So-
time.
So start to control like the fights just starting as soon as you see aggressive motion, do something.
Mr. Levi, get your stance, please. No need to be starting a fight. It doesn't mean you have to stay in your neutral stance. Move into a combat stance. I mean, you're into a fight now,
Slowly. If you can snap
but you didn't start the fight.
A little more, a little more. Snap and come back to your combat.
Make sure you snap your punch.
I do a great that.
Good.
Work on break.
Now, Andrew, I want you to do a different thing each time. Like get like not just the same punch, so do left hand or straight punches, things like that.
Well, that's straight, right?
Good.
Yeah.
So here, in this, if I throw the string with my right, you want to throw your concept with the lead.
Remember that you can also go on the outside.
So, I noticed with this thing.
When you see it, no, like with this on in here. Yeah.
Try and keep it vertical if you can.
Yep.
There you go. That's all right.
Try to be more aggressive with your footwork, especially on that, because as you can see, right
You gotta
there,
move around to the outside as well.
Intercept me.
it's like from right here, you were at full extension with your punch and you wouldn't hit
Hey,
it.
Levi, move
So you
around to
want-
the outside as
you
well.
want-
There you go.
Get in there more aggressive with your feet so that you're in range to hit.
Place when I throw, you can step into.
There you go.
That's better.
It'll make it a little bit easier for you.
Now for a hook punch, you'll want to block with the other hand.
I'm not quite off, not.
Okay,
You can do that, but I'd like to try and do that.
Now, same thing on that, is that you were at full extension right here like this. So you want to practice getting in tighter so that
Yeah,
you
this-
actually can't throw that full extension without hitting it.
More.
So you just pull it.
Almost towards my face. As opposed to just kind of holding it here off to the side. If I come through.
Now, Sherrod,
Still
be a
get
little bit more aggressive. I've been pretty lazy with that. He doesn't feel any kind of pressure.
He's a red sash. You can scare him a little bit.
The problem is I don't want to get knocked out.
Aaron.
He ain't Chester.
Slow.
Watch this living. It's you want to be. There you go. That's okay.
Okay, so Levi, half of your power is missing because you're basically staying in the same spot. So we want to attack their attack. So as soon as you see aggressive motion go towards them, that will cut off their energy and protect you.
Right. That's a different technique. We'll do those later.
Yes. Try to beat him across the halfway mark.
And then across the head.
Yeah.
You almost ran into that.
Good. More aggression in general.
There you go.
Whoa, hold down.
That almost twisted my ankle, people.
You still doing the first one?
Yeah.
Okay. Make sure. You know after you're ready. So we'll mix it up a little bit more. So I'll try and make it a little more on that side.
Okay. So now let's
Try and give you a
Yo, But they said start messing with you. You up there now, buddy.
and a little thing that will also help you. Just try starting from neutral now. And yeah, both. And then now react to his aggressive motion. So go towards him as soon as he does anything.
Right.
What that also means is that you don't, if you're standing like this, you're kind of committed to being in a right hand stance. So if you're here and then throw the straight punch with the right hand, I can actually step left. So there's a lot more options available if you start from before the fight. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Keep going though. You know, when I first started training, the way they trained me, they just repeated over and over and over again.
Huh?
You can't anticipate that one punch is gonna stop the rest.
Just step on your.
And I always get my ass chewed out about not continuing on. You don't know how.
It is hard. I think you don't know what's going to be going on.
You just a habit of keep going.
If you have to step off to the
Eliminate
outside,
the threat.
you just,
All right. So now we're going
There you
to
go.
switch people. So you guys are the bad guys. Yeah. So you guys are the bad guys. So you guys are going to be throwing the punches. So for you guys, it's hook punches with either hand, straight punches with either hand. So, go ahead. And it can be any stance. You can step forward on left foot, and the right foot, and go this. Weird things happen. Make sure it's common hit. Just common hit.
I can't help it, people. My mind has like my
Simplicity.
fingers have their own brain.
I'm on it, I promise.
We're not working on emptiness right now.
That's what.
Work on footwork timing. There we go. Except that wasn't it. That was confident punch. Just confident.
That's okay. That's okay.
Good. That's why you start from neutral as well. Yeah. So then we're practicing the whole start of the fight. How they usually start. Yeah.
Okay.
Good. Good. Okay.
Very aggressive.
Now let's move on to number 2. So number 2 is kind of interesting. what it is so you're gonna throw the big hook punch at me. Pop up, back fist. But this one can work with hook punches and straight punches. So do straight punch. That, or straight punch again. Now straight punch that. So I can be outside, inside, it doesn't matter. That's why it's important to start with neutral. Okay, so these guys gonna start just to show how it works. Actually, these are gonna be the punchers. Bad guy, good guy. Okay, let's go.
Each one straight punches?
Straight or hook.
Straight up.
Yep.
Straight. Okay.
More efficient.
It's gonna be outside.
Step with your left foot.
It's your,
You keep doing it till you get good.
Yeah.
There you go.
Pop up.
So-
and then lead it.
More
No
aggressive.
matter what,
Pop up.
you always
More aggressive. There you go.
There. Or if that way it was here. Yeah.
do nothing like right in the center, you got contact with the right or simultaneously.
Yeah.
There you go.
But the thing that hits is the closest weapon. Yeah. Yep. So if he's throwing a straight punch, you can go outside or inside there. If he's throwing the hook punch, you kind of have to go.
Yeah, right. Whatever's supposed to.
Yep, and remember that you can hit
Like
anything
that.
on his whole body.
And
With anything.
I was gonna say, you want that, this, or just anything.
It's literally anything. It can be like sugar.
The only way you can familiar with
I
it
can be-
is do it aggressive.
I can.
But it's been so long, you have to learn, you know.
Total freedom.
I
As long as it
feel
makes
like these two Michael now, they
What?
probably been waiting on like everybody to get up ranked so we can really start really going at each other and learning a little
Yeah.
more,
So
you know?
You can either pass it
Yes,
off
now you should, yeah,
or both at the same time.
yeah.
The thing that will really help, try not to have your feet crossed in relation to what your hands are doing. So you're tending to step forward with your right, but then be like this. And so that gets you all twisted up. So if you're gonna go on the outside, step with the left.
Don't ever,
And then if you're gonna
do
go inside, step this
even
way.
if you're practicing, just, you know, do it soft, you know?
Yeah, also it's pretty hard to do a nice pull when you're twisted.
Right.
Yeah.
So
And your knees right there.
So I'm always making contact with the cocking hand and make contact with both.
Good. Good.
So how,
That's what I'm. Now, remember, that you can hit with anything, anywhere. So.
You gotta get out of here in about 30 minutes.
You can feel deep.
I've been here like.
Throat.
Okay.
Yeah, it's actually the bad guy is the one who follows rules. Yeah.
There you go.
Good.
Stop, keep going.
This one, this is faster.
Stop.
Actually, step with your right foot on that one. Yeah. Yeah, so relax to neutral each time and then step forward to match what he's doing.
You can even step off to the side.
I'll leave my arm hanging.
You absorb that a little.
If you really did, you gotta take into consideration, if you really have me like that, you need,
You just follow that energy around.
boom, I'm gonna do like,
Yeah.
what are you gonna do now with my arm before I get off?
Yeah.
Think about that. All right.
There we go.
Got it. I mean,
That was something else.
but
It was going to turn into something.
yeah, the point is that I was trying to make is that if we're fighting and you do me like that and I catch you with a puck lock, I'm not just gonna leave your hand out here in a puck lock. You're not either. And allow for me to, you know, back fist you and then give you the time to think to be able to do something else. Emptiness is whenever you start working on being able to do something else all the time. So when that situation presents itself to you, your mind will just recognize the reference points and your hands will act on their own.
Well, not necessarily.
They don't want to be super far apart.
Right.
Like, if you're up on their bicep, you're not really doing anything about it. Because if you're doing a hook punch and I do this, it's just gonna bend the elbow. Yeah. It'll bend the elbow, but if I want to be on the forearm. The other thing about if you're up too high on the arm is it means that you don't give yourself very much room to do your attack. You limit your options. Whereas if I'm out here a little bit more, now I have all of this stuff to work with. Yeah.
And be mean and nasty.
All right.
Got turned all the
Let's
way
switch
up.
people. So, good guys on this side, bad guys here. So, hook punches and straight punches, or hook anything straight anything. You can actually do for you people just to keep things interesting. Back fists also work. So, because if they throw a back fist here, you've got that. So it has to be just anything that's coming from either side or straight. The reason I make that distinction is that there's some of them where the options for the bad guys are only straight, because otherwise you're doing a different technique. But yeah, so basically do anything to the face. Go for it.
That's very sexually nasty.
Now you just went there.
Oh, you
Yeah,
got
I'm gonna.
The reason why we're
Something that you can work on is right now, you're waiting for him to get to you, and then you're coming here and then stepping. So your first move should actually be to go towards him as soon as he comes towards you. So as soon as there's any motion,
cut him off.
then go towards it.
What is, so is this,
Pop off and hit,
okay, that's what.
Yeah. But it's just from any direction. Let's try to start neutral.
Yeah.
So she's gonna step in.
I just told her that too.
She's gonna step in and attack
Yeah.
and do pop lock and hit twice.
Whatever, hit all one.
What are you thinking about going?
No.
I was just.
No.
I saw that.
I've heard it a lot.
Right.
One finger about
One finger down, starting. Five finger down.
I saw that somewhere. The guy killed someone with just a finger.
Military song Uganda.
Good old boy.
Yeah.
I think it's the
artist. That's what Jesse has ever. I remember neutral stance.
when we go down.
Against my goal.
Most of the time, to necessarily see a lot of the stuff that he, for example, displays at camp.
Now,
We work
Yeah.
a lot of people.
that was way.
We go down and see the same stuff that maybe we just worked on that week and it's like,
Oh, I'm here.
just to have watch us do it.
Let's see.
That's how you do that. That's how they do that old boy talking about teacher like that. Why?
Because he's drunk and on PTV.
I don't do either of those.
In the past,
Right.
for example, if you were testing, you didn't necessarily pay full fee for payment. Just change that.
So here's the thing that I'll tell you. There's no way that you're gonna get that many joint locks out of one back fist. He's like, strikes are the deposit that you have to make in order to do joint locks, because like joint locks only work against somebody who's rattled. But yeah, if you do 3 and all you did was give them a quick clock to the side of the head, they are not
It's
going
not
to
gonna
be,
work.
they're not going to be happy with that. They're going to hit you.
Right.
You have to keep hitting them.
He said you gotta have to keep going.
Yeah.
Craig. I got you.
You're so sharp.
There we go. Okay. Let us try the
Right.
next one.
Okay.
Okay.
Surprised, turn that fan on right there.
Yeah. Yeah, that one's good. It's industrial.
I got that one over there.
Yeah.
So Oh, no, we're already cool because we've been out here throwing the damn ball in the sun all
You're
morning.
doing dodgeball.
I saw pictures.
It was fun.
Yeah. But it was dodgeball where it's just everyone is throwing the ball at one person who can't leave a particular area. So you have to practice with bobbing and weaving, and definitely increasing the difficulty. If it's like, okay, now you're not allowed to move. You have to just stand there.
It's moving.
Don't feel like.
That's all full speed. It's like, it's not doing a lot of good.
Okay. So this one, a couple ways of doing this. Let's start this with crossing hands. So what we're gonna do, our hands are crossed. This is the moment where we have frozen the fight. So I have thrown a punch and he blocked it, or he threw a punch and I blocked it. And so we're right here. I felt he has blocked it, and then I'm going to reach out, check, and fire. So the whole point of this is that the check and the punch happen together, like that. So give that a try. And now what we'll do is we'll start there, and then for you guys, you can start crossing hands this way, or you can start crossing hands this way. Yeah, or this way, or that way. So you can cross your hands in all different ways. What matters is that you are doing a ton style, and it just has to be either on the outside or inside of his arm. Okay,
Simultaneous.
is that a try?
Do them at the same time.
Now, would you like us to do a punch?
Punch it, and
You have to
do
stand
that.
up.
No.
No,
No, just we're gonna start crossing hands to begin,
Okay.
and then we'll move
Now you'll
to
hit me.
punching and blocking after.
Not literally, but.
Yeah, just hopefully get the rhythm of it.
You gotta be quick with the punch. There you go.
There you
A
go.
little bit farther.
Yeah,
Right on the elbow.
good.
It's up here, and I'll, you know. That's just what we're
As long as you
not
get your
trying.
hand firmly on it. And again, you can
There you
use
go.
a little shuffle.
Have you tried inside yet? Try left ton on the inside. So then you check and touch.
Helps you apply.
Yeah.
Yep.
No.
Uh-huh.
Seafood shows, but the seafood.
Try it, left
You
foot
got
forward.
that side time. Let me show you real quick.
See what that
This
is.
is what they, cause we, man, they, you know,
Yeah.
our butts got it, but
Instead of down,
whenever
just
you doing that
go
inside,
down.
that turn,
Like,
and you spin it right there.
That's all I want.
Just to check.
have him not touch it. So it doesn't have to be very heavy. It's just
Unless you're doing it up.
just enough that he can't feel that punch.
But. Line
You actually get a pretty basic.
Instead of going straight in like that.
It'll be easier for you if you just cross this way,
Whenever you get that, whenever you
So-
get that pin,
like a tongue out.
line up your punch
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
See how I'm learning, look how my body.
The other day we were doing these.
Point it at your fingers at.
I like that doing it around, so they got both doing it on here.
There you go. Yeah, that way your punch is right there and you don't have to go from here to that.
Right? No. I'll take that.
And
This is like if we were blocking.
This is just a point of reference.
Yeah.
And like,
Like, if you look at the linear,
So.
right, you see how it makes it, you ain't even, you gotta rotate that back foot, yeah. You're not rotating it on the wrong foot, right?
balls.
And then you cut it across like that. See how that rotation is?
Yeah, we're doing that too.
That's how it is.
okay, now for the next part, the next step, it's still gonna be the same people,
See how it works.
but what we're gonna be doing is now bad guys are throwing a punch. Good guys will block with that tons out and then do the check and punch. The reason that we started with that first is I wanted you to get used to that rhythm of that, where these two are together. So the rhythm of this is he throws that punch and it's not 1, 2, 3 like this. It's 1, 2. Okay. So I engage and I focus on just barely getting this out of the way. That's why it's not ton pin punch anymore, it's ton check punch. So, again, just like that. So, it could even work if I was punching and he blocked it. So, he blocked that, I felt that block, and I just checked the block in order to get around it. So, give that a try. It's 1, 2. So not 1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
Not from touching hands.
Not from touching hands anymore. So bad guys are still the bad guys and throwing the punch. Yep. There we go. Good rhythm.
Right?
Are we gonna ever draft it into being one movement again, or?
It's not necessary. Because why would I use tongue pin punch like this when I could just pin punch? Like,
I understand.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
versus that. The second one
Whatever.
is less coordinated, so it's easier to do. So you're hitting with the wrong hand. So the blocking hand is the one that punches. You're kind of going here. Yeah. So you're.
Make these
Yeah, a little heavy, you know.
There we go. And now try to get one
I'm using them as
Opposed to.
block first and then do the next one. So block.
Coordinated with the.
And so now there. So block. Okay.
Opposed to waiting.
1, 2,
Yes.
1, 2.
Coordinated with that.
So, mid-lane.
That's going back to the old way.
Tonsil.
So 1, 2. It's basically like remember the old 7. The old 7 was there. So what
Right,
you're
yeah,
doing
I was
is
trying to do
blocking with the ton and then doing 7. That's how you think of it.
Because you're always moving.
Try that.
That is very efficient.
Yeah.
A little less heavy, right?
1, 2.
Yes.
You feel 1, 2, 3. That's why your second hand, just cover your skull. Yeah,
Bring
that's
that
it.
hand back for me.
Yeah, good. That's it. 1, 2. That's it. Good.
That's much.
Yeah, that's
It's
it.
fine with the left.
That's it. No 1, 2.
I gotta think about it.
Yes, that's okay.
And
Alright,
the
that's
main
what
thing, the main thing with that is that if I were to time you, you would be hitting him sooner with that method than if you did 1, 2, 3. So you're basically slicing a whole move off time-wise. So that's going to help you hit your target quicker.
That's badass.
It's all about shaving off those little milliseconds.
Yeah.
We're like sprinters. We're trying to get just that little bit
1,
faster.
2. No. That's
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Switch people.
Okay. So we're going, touch hands again, right?
See? 1, 2.
No, not necessary.
Okay, good.
So you guys are
I do
throwing
my 1.
straight punches only for bad guys. So
It's still 1.
you guys can throw either kinds of punch, but straight punches only.
You'll accept it on the inside as well, right?
Correct.
You're fine.
The reason that I say straight punches specifically is because this is it's pretty much like number 1. Yeah.
I'm saying the new technique allows you to inside and outside.
Correct.
I felt that.
Right.
But I'm trying to go this direction.
Am I good to make that?
No, you're fine, you're fine. No, I'm fine. Okay. Great, good.
Actually, you know what? I take that back. You guys can do hook punches. It doesn't matter. Because you're doing that little check, so that's what makes it
We'll do a few
different.
more straights.
That's fine. Yeah.
Try to get the check and the punch together. 1,
See,
2.
if I was like that, I probably need to thank you.
What's the old way?
Think do the block first.
Oh, my hand cut
One.
up.
Do this
And
whatever
then-
way.
2.
Go over
So
there.
just to divide them up that way.
Just kind of cut down.
Well, just with the right. That's better with the right. So-
It's probably because we're so used to that. I'm using the number 10.
Both ways.
Whenever you're throwing them hooks, you can be a right hook or a left hook or whatever. I don't need to get from doing that.
That's later. So throw the hook, take hook. That's fine, you can still do it this way. You can just taunt. Just to keep him from shoving across with his elbow or something to stop you.
I would have got punished.
And the tie rep throw, all kinds. So right hand, left hand hooks, straight.
Ooh,
I'm good.
Get it?
not hard. I'm pulling back. But it's hard whenever you really do the move.
Yep.
you
They
accidentally-
want to hit.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know how it feels now, or less next time.
Do that again.
But I felt that and I'm not necessarily trying to.
Yeah.
But if you get really on these moves, oh my God. That's why I see who got in the way. I wanted to demonstrate for him and show him that all his changes work. Whenever you like, I got you screwed up.
So then that's that ego.
Sometimes it is.
It's because you are wanting to show your power. So it's about how you were feeling. Nothing. Remember Bruce's the art of fighting without fighting. Trick the guy to get a boat and then try to boat let go again.
Well, actually, you gave the rope to someone else.
You know what? I think
Well, yeah, I mean, but like he could have just that would be akin to killing him if he let him go.
it's very hard for us as aircraft workers to
You have a good swing.
Let go your ego.
well, that's because we have to go to work carrying it.
They gonna make
If you don't go to work and you don't talk shit, or you don't push back on the person's ego because they're pushing on yours, you don't get no respect.
Now, one thing that I'm noticing with this,
Right.
I was seeing basically only punches. So don't get locked into that pattern. Remember that. So he throws up, say that big hook punch. The hook punches especially allow for all kinds of stuff. I can hit right here underneath. I can come across. I can do lots of stuff. I can come down here and hit ribs. So if I'm on this side, I can come across and come straight up through here. I can do bilgies. I can do hammer fists. So try not to get locked into anything whenever we're doing this. Okay, so next one. Next one, it's very important that both parties start off neutral because the next one is check and punch. So both parties start off neutral. He does an aggressive motion, pin and punch. And this is the one where this one you do have to do straight punches only because the pin. This is the one where I remember because if I were to pin you doing a hook punch, that's one. That's number one. That's not this. So he's trying to raise his fist to do a straight punch. There you go. You're just kind of going. That's better. Okay. Okay. So bad guys, good guys. Reach out with your rear hand and pin. But it can switch. So sometimes you can be this way, sometimes this way. Just as soon as you see aggressive motion, get it. Act like they're going to pull a gun out of their pocket and you want to stop them from pulling that gun out of their pocket. Okay, go ahead. So starting from like go to puncher. Now what I want you to do is get him before his hand gets up. But you would have stopped him there, so dude can still hit it. Yeah. Yeah. But the point is it's like so we're like
So keep your thumb.
as soon as you see anything aggressive, come up and take that down.
I gotta count on you.
Were you gonna look at?
No, I was.
When?
It was fine. During testing.
What else I did?
You know what happened?
I don't know, sometimes it feels like you lost.
Yeah.
Well,
I prefer.
things do what they're supposed to do. Man, get here.
Also remember that you can pin with the other hand. You can switch stances, move to the outside.
Air flowing in here.
Thank you, Seafood. Like, I'm back here on purpose because I'm trying to get you to cut this. Yeah. If I'm not doing this, what if I do it?
So another option that I'm not seeing if you practice yet.
It's a good distance.
Also remember that we can do this.
If I'm cut today,
So just slip to
and
the
I'm
outside
not for it.
and pin that direction.
Push it on me like that.
And you can do that. You can do that both sides. So if you threw a left hand,
Right. I know what I got.
do that.
Right. But now I'm not attacking like that. And I'm confident.
There you go.
in that. You know, instead of being on defense, then I'm.
Little thing that I'm noticing is you've got to think that bigger people would call shy hips. What's happening is like you'll see some people who don't know how to act. Like if they're gonna do a romantic scene, you'll see them be like this because they don't want to offend anybody, so they'll put their hips way back.
Yeah, I'm just trying to like imitate being relaxed down.
Right. Well, what's happening is right there when you see the aggressive motion,
That's how kids are supposed to
your
dance.
everything else is moving forward, but your hips. are
Right,
moving.
that's what I'm
5 minutes
saying.
is the way to
So
the girl.
actually, your power comes from your hips.
I got
So
shy
instead of
hips.
think of
I thought you meant
pushing your hips forward, you actually
It's
increase
like a
your
middle
power
school
by
dance. The chaperone's looking at the boys, make sure the dance is spot is just like the girl.
Right?
Yeah. And then another 2 inches to beat up.
All right. Switch people. So punches, straight punches only.
Neutral stand.
First sign of aggressive motion.
Ha!
Got a little interesting thing that I noticed with you. Is a thing to pay attention to. When he punched with his left hand, I saw your left hand come all the way around like this and then come down. When your right hand was a lot closer. So focus on getting the nearest thing to the pin. Right? So if because we see the threatening thing, if his right hand comes towards me, that's the one that's going to come out. It's better to get the nearest one than to try to come around and reach this if you help it.
I'm just like.
Okay. Be sure you stay a little later on your feet.
That's it.
Good.
So,
You're doing a good job.
Now, what's happening with you, this is just helping you better. Okay, is you're when you think that you're going to get pinned, you tend to not bend your elbows, and so you attack like this. So try to instead think of getting into a fighting stance.
Oh, I have
Raise your
that at
fist
top
at his
speed.
face like this.
No, I have that at top speed.
Right. If you do that, then that gets to know much more.
okay.
I thought I clicked it all the way up. I guess I
realistic
did.
what might happen.
Head on the lows.
Oh. Okay,
Yes.
that's what we want. Plus, this is awfully slow.
Now, what you can do.
It doesn't need to be clean.
Try to relax.
Yeah, it's been around
when
for a
you do-
while.
when you strike. Because what's happening now is you're going, ha, I beat you. and you're in the
Brady
stripe is
missed some good
staying right
training this
there.
morning.
I saw
So
pictures.
so relax
Yeah.
with
Beat up on each other with
keep this
dodgeballs.
here, but
Pretty fun
relax.
exercise.
Don't
Get
don't
anybody?
think about
Did I
what
get
your stripe
anybody?
is doing.
No, I'm too old.
Okay.
I can't throw it
Don't
now
think
anymore.
Eight.
Eight?
Or,
There you go.
Yeah, in the morning. Then in class, you would take.
April 10th in Super 11.
When you are red thatch, or is it red yellow? Yeah, red and gold, then you can come to
Shows the very.
unless I don't know. Yeah, just that's
That's when you can come to those.
Well, you gotta keep.
part of it is that we're working on very advanced things, and sometimes that might be frustrating if it's not already really worked in yet.
So yeah, today, this morning, to get them loosened up, to get them to where they've got the complete jump on. So I had to stand on the patio out here and
Sort of
one guy had
unconventional
a
things.
small square, two of them throwing balls in.
All right. Next technique, we've
I
got.
like these shorts.
This is where we get interesting because sometimes we don't get this far in classes. Sliding pops out. So what this is very so he's going to throw this one. Also has to be straight punches because you can't really slide on a hook. So you have that straight punch. So I'm just going to slip to the side. I can do that. I could hit underneath. I could come up here. There. And that. Yep. And it's just about the type of pox I'm doing is not, so throw a regular punch. It's not that one. I am connecting and sliding it. So it also requires, as you can see, you can't really do this standing still. It's not gonna work. You have to move to the side a little bit. So this is incorporated with a quick little duck. So give that a shot, try it slowly a few times to keep you from braining your head on their fist. So let's have, just for this one, let's switch it up, because this one, it requires a lot of feel. So you guys will be bad guys to start. So throwing straight punches, you guys show them how to do that sliding box out.
So the full-on walk lock, you're not locking it down to your shoulder, you're sliding it in.
Just, you're kind of smacking it and making it go by.
It's like a slide almost.
Yep.
Right. Yeah.
Good.
Like a
Just
slide
like that.
motion there.
The key is that it goes like this. Back across your shoulders. Yep.
I think I figured it out.
I want to break it.
Keep your balance, keep your balance a little bit better, Charlie.
You're actually one pocket. You're keeping it on your shoulder.
Okay,
So-
lock it in.
So don't worry about that. Just smack it and don't, basically don't leave this here. Just smack to the side and have the hand go back to guard. Yeah. Yes. Keep that other hand up.
Look at this.
That's what I'm trying to do. That left hand.
Rock is that for the slapping one, you don't need
Ha!
it. So like one pot,
Sure you keep that up.
it is. You need it there. And this, it makes it so I don't need it. I show up. So that. Yeah.
You can show it, this is a great way to get it.
The cheating problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Push up into the side. See how that's going down? So go up towards your base. This way. Like you're pushing like down. Go this way.
Yeah.
Wow.
Look outside and inside.
Yep. Make sure you use all sides. And make sure bad guys are filling both right and left.
Outsides and insides.
Yep. All right. Let's go. He's still out to that. He wants to punch people. Show him a screwdriver, he'll go ballistic.
All right, should I give Levi a screwdriver? Get you.
And give him a reason to break my arm?
No. No, you gotta give him an afro too and a bottle of gin. Make sure you piss on his shoes so he smells like it. I was upset.
I
I
know.
don't like that.
Let's work it out.
Culture.
That was not today's life.
I know.
When we were trading with swords, there was a fellow that approached me with a screwdriver threatening to stab me with it.
What?
He had a Phillips head screwdriver. He said he was going to stab me.
Back you up to the wall.
And I had a sword in my hand. And I said, I don't want to get your blood all over my yard. And I turned around and walked on.
The sword would prevail.
Yeah, might hear the screwdriver.
And then when you have three other guys standing on the backside with swords, it's like, okay,
Yeah.
you're at a loss.
Not all- You don't understand it.
From a next step, I'm trying to solve it, right?
All right. Let's see, who's people?
Yes, it's not going to be, your new tests aren't going to be like that. So, I think a lot more front line.
That's right.
But this.
Oh, I'm not gonna say,
You didn't
show me
stop.
show me a Excel with that line. And then say, good.
Instead of,
What you do with these, we let you,
Doing all.
you're gonna work on all of
the reason why you
Put
do
your
that
music
is
with
because
one
that almost requires that you get
So
in the
you're throwing different stuff at you.
to go like this.
What can you do?
I almost have no choice. Grab.
I just
So-
went to next month.
This particular one is actually.
It's a lot more free,
Yeah.
it'll
It's
teach you
just,
better.
it's like you're just saying.
Like with
Yeah.
our shields over there.
When they run around, that's what the benefit of it is, that
We're still.
they don't really feel that you've done anything, so they keep going with that for a minute, and they run straight into whatever they are.
It's just been living a little bit for free, right? It's not hard. It really isn't hard.
Yeah.
It's really.
So other things you say, would be like,
Good.
Well, Levi was able to get his red sash. So,
Boy, now.
I don't know, it's so funny to me, it always kind of boggles my mind, just because of how different the student they are, but the fact that purple and red are only 2 ranks apart. But a purple sash and a red sash are very different, and that's a good thing, but it's just kind of, it's
Silver's in
cool.
there.
It's, I know, but it's cool to see how much a person grows within that time.
That red sash, all the techniques you already know. You know every punch, you know every kick.
A freshman is a freshman.
You know every block.
a freshman's a freshman.
Several takedowns, you know, several you can't block. It's just, how are you going to move together?
It's like a
I'm
piano,
not sure I'm gonna go with that. Like, I don't want
when you learn how to play the entire piano,
Yeah, yeah.
but now you get to,
You have the full 88 keys, most of them are in those 66.
yeah, but even then now it's about putting them together in a new combination. So the
Last
slashing.
slide.
Straight punch is all right.
Oh, that's all right. You're not gonna lay down.
So you can let it try to flow with the block.
There you go.
So you see here how if I go like this, it becomes slightly awkward for me to come over the top of it. So try to use it as a wind up or something else. So don't fight the block. Go with it.
A lot of times you'll actually step past.
I'm using my height. I'm using my height for.
Make sure you slide it.
They got me several.
There we go.
Yeah, you don't have to hang on to it.
I know.
That's fine.
Try to do right hand. Try to do right hand. And don't do right hand.
It's actually good learning.
Right hand.
Go on the inside.
Oh, and
Yeah.
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 It was just straight.
So for this, it's not so much of a question. That's it.
Does this work for crosses too?
Yeah. As long as it's coming in straight.
Alright.
So that's
One or the other. You can use both.
Right.
So you can go.
But you're not using it outward. You're always bringing it.
That's for,
This one crosses.
yeah. Yep.
You could, but like, you could do that if you under the.
Now, don't throw it away.
Somebody
Don't
trying
throw it. Keep it
But
up.
that is a different,
That's okay.
that's a different,
Keep it up.
that's another thing.
It's not, but actually.
I think kind of like a slide.
But you can't really slide
It
it.
takes a certain
That's what the
angle.
pocket is.
It takes this, and you do anything that like that. And you go right.
Oh, it's actually the same thing.
Cannot fly pocket.
No, but your balls were open temporarily for about a second.
One.
Right.
All right.
Right.
All right, let's do the next one.
No, I don't want to.
The next one is Tansa with harmonious spring. So. Okay. So the idea with this is that we bring it down and use their resistance as a springboard. Jump up. And now, keep in mind too, that this doesn't even necessarily have to be a tonsal as long as it springs. I could come this way and jump off that way. I could bring it down further and get him with an uppercut. But yeah, the point of it is to spring off of what they do. And now, and this could be one punches as well. Yeah. So absorb and fire.
When did you want to do it?
Long strike,
After this,
Never.
regular punch.
we're here to sweat.
Do whatever you want.
You're building your JKD is what you're doing.
Start with you guys, good guys first.
We're the.
You are good guys. I'd like them to feel it before they get there.
So you basically like waxing on a punch.
So you redirect. Like that. Straight punch.
Yeah, that's kind of like
Shot
There,
there.
you kind of like wax off or waxing off. Oh. Wax on, wax off is karate wise. That's wax on. Oh, that's it. All right, man, it's so simple. Shit. You don't use your resistance.
this is that's like if I write something myself in this case. Yeah.
Can you wax something like that? Yeah. That would suck to have to be distributed to waxing this one.
Yep.
Good.
Also remember for this one that there's a lot of advantage to be had in changing angles. So if he throws a straight right punch, I can come to the side. To the side over here. So don't get locked into only straight ahead. Moving around and spinning around them can give you a whole lot of different opportunities. Is that your lunch? Snack lunch?
Sam and I are going out about one.
But I don't know. My head went around.
We're gonna go down there, show after.
Real.
Yeah.